So I know this is a question that has so many people asking, what should I pack when working on a cruise ship? Recently, we have a lot of people who have been getting cruise jobs, and it's their first time they'll be boarding a flight to the US or to the UK to go work on a cruise ship. And I know most of you want to know what you should really pack on your bag while going to work on a ship. And that is what I'm going to be talking about today. So guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Paulina, or Travel with U. And on this channel, I talk about travel or how you can migrate to different countries without using an agent or a traveling consultant. In short, I show you how you can travel on a budget. So guys, if it's your first time coming across this channel, you're welcome, and please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure your bell icon is on so that you can be notified whenever I post a video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you once again for coming back. I really appreciate the support. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to be talking about what you should pack when working on a cruise ship. So I have my notebook here because I had to note down because there's so many things that you need to know. We have those necessity and we have those things that are not necessity. And because you don't want to bring the whole house to go in a cruise ship, I'll be taking you through what is necessary for you or what you need to bring while working on a cruise ship. So guys, on this video, I'll talk about three main things: how much you should pack, and what the size of the luggage that you should carry with you, and how much do crew member usually pack when going to work on a cruise. So first thing first, so you need to have like two bags. You need to have a big bag that will go underway, and you have to bring your carry-on bag, that is backpack will be the best while traveling to go join a cruise ship, because the backpack is what you're going to put the necessary documents and your most expensive electronics. So you should have a bag. The big bag should be at least 23 kgs, not more than that. I don't need to bring so much, because sometimes for example, if you take your flight from Kenya, I will give an example with Kenya because I'm Kenyan. Or if you take a flight from Nigeria, Tanzania, or wherever you are to go work on a cruise ship, and maybe you're supposed to go to the US, that's where you will be boarding your ship. Maybe when coming back to your country after 4 or 9 months, you will coming back from a different airport. Okay, so there might be different requirements, and also the amount of things that you carry might be different from where you started your journey. So you should at least, it should be not more than 23 kgs. And so I will start on what to bring in your backpack or your carry-on bag. And number one thing is you'll need to have your passport. Again, that is mandatory. You need a passport for you to travel, and they are going to ask it at the airport when you arrive in the US. When boarding your ship, they'll need to see your passport. The second thing is seaman's book, if applicable. I know some countries don't require you to bring, some positions don't require you to bring seaman's book. But if it's applicable, you should bring it with you, and it should be on your carry-on bag. Number three, you need to bring your LOE. LOE is letter of employment, because that's what shows that you have an employment letter. You're going there to work. The other thing is medical certificate. Usually, before even you get your visa, or even after you get your visa, you need to do a medical test in all cruises. So that certificate, you'll bring it with you on board. Okay, so when you're leaving your country, these are things that you have to make sure you have them when boarding your flight. The next thing is then commonly known as TCW. So these are safety training certificates. This is where you're trained on how to cope in case there are emergency, or if something happens on a cruise, how to be able to survive and also save others. So you're supposed to bring your STCW certifications. Then the next thing is your itinerary, because sometimes you'll be going on there might be long trips. Obviously, if you're leaving from Kenya to the US, normally it's like 23 or 23 hours, 21 to 23 hours. Those are long hours, and maybe you'll be having transits, So you have to bring your itinerary with you for you to know where to go, the hotel to sleep in. So that's another thing that you have to bring on your carry-on bag. The next thing is your medication. So if you need, like, you can bring your Panadols, your painkillers, anything, or if you're in any kind of medication, make sure that you put your medication in your carry-on bag. The next thing is a few pairs of underwears and socks. You might ask why. Obviously, you will have transits, and you will need to freshen up, you'll need to change your clothes. So it's always good to bring on a pair of underwears and socks. The next thing is a pair of uniform if you have one. Okay, so if you're going for the first time and maybe you are given some uniform before leaving your country by your manning agent, you should bring one pair of uniform in your carry-on bag. The next thing you need, which is really important, is cash. You need to have money or card, because sometimes you need money before you board the ship, or you might need to buy something on your way when you get to the US, or where you'll be boarding your ship. You need to have some money, so that's where you keep your money. And the last one but not least is your expensive electronics. That is your phone, that is your laptop, your tablet, and if you have a camera, because you need to bring a camera if you have one, because again, on a cruise ship, you will be going to so many beautiful places, different countries, and you want to take those pictures to keep memories and remember the good times you had while working on a cruise ship. And that is another advantage of working a cruise ship. You get to travel all over the world for free while working. So guys, those are the things that you need to bring on your carry-on bag. And the next thing that you'll be looking to that you need to bring while going to work on a cruise ship is your basic toiletries. This is a must. These things that I'm going to list down, that I'm going to give you, are things that you have to make sure that you bring with you, because they are necessity, and you need them. So number one, you'll need to bring your toothbrush and a toothpaste. That's a must. Okay, you need to bring a toothbrush and a toothpaste, because no one is going to give you that. The next thing you need to bring is shampoo. Don't bring like a very big bottle of shampoo, just a little bit, and enough for sometimes, okay, before you settle in and before you know how things are done there. The next thing that you need to bring under your toiletries is a soap or a washing bar soap. You need a soap to wash your body. So that's another necessity thing that you need to bring. The next thing is a razor. People use razor for different reasons. You know why you need a razor, so it's really important for you to bring one. You also need to bring some lotions, that body lotions, so that you can I don't know, nourish your skin or something. And then the other thing is, if you're using gel for your hair, make sure you bring some. If it's hairspray, make sure you bring some. And the last but not least is your hairbrush or comb. Make sure that you bring. And if you normally apply makeup, because it's necessary, actually we're working on a cruise ship because you need to look good. I know some look good with no makeup, but makeup complement your beautiful look. Okay, so make sure you bring your makeup kit, whatever you use, make sure that you have them in handy. But for these basic toiletries, you don't have to bring them in your carry-on bag. Okay, before I've talked about what to bring in your carry-on bag, because those are things that you'll need on your way to go board your cruise ship. So another thing under your toiletries is this is for ladies. This is about periods. Sometimes when you board a ship, your hormones change and you might even experience periods every 1 or another week. Like every week you might experience periods, so your hormones can go crazy. So it's always to bring reusable pads, or pads, or you can bring your menstrual cups. I don't use menstrual cups, but if that goes well with you, it's always advisable to bring that, because it will go well with you. You don't have to spend so much money buying pads and all that, because you don't know what will happen to your hormones. So that's another thing that you have to consider bringing while joining a cruise ship. So guys, the next thing that you have to bring is your clothes. Okay, so when I talk about clothes, you need to bring your shoes, you need to bring your formal shoes, you need to bring sandals with you, you need to bring pajamas. You can bring 2 pairs of pajamas is enough. Some few casual smart clothes. You can bring what else? Like you need to bring your jeans and your pants. You need to bring some beautiful dresses, a few, not too much, maybe 2 pairs for each, or 1 is enough, because sometimes you will need to look good. Maybe you're going out, when I mean out, not like going out inside the cruise. So those are things that you need to bring. So the next thing I'll talk about is electronics. Okay, because again, anywhere you go, you'll need electronics. And number one, you can bring your laptop if you have one, or tablet, because sometimes you will need to watch movies and something. You want to do something when you're not working, So, and make sure your laptop have enough movies. If you love enjoying movies, if you enjoy watching movies, make sure that you have enough for yourself. If it's music or anything that you want to be watching, bring enough for yourself, because again, 4 or 9 months is not that less, so you might get bored. The next thing that you need to bring is your alarm clock. The reason why I say alarm clock, I know you guys have phones, you have your tablet, you have your laptop, but sometimes due to different places that you'll be visiting, the time zone might change and your phone might end up disappointing you. So you might end up waking up earlier than the usual time, or being late to wake up. So alarm clock will go handy with you. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up at this point, and make sure that you're sharing these videos with your friend. And if you have any questions regarding cruise ship, you can leave a comment under the comment section, and I will try to do a video about that. So under electronics, we've talked about laptops, I've talked about alarm clocks. The next thing you need to bring with you is camera, because again, you need to take photos. You will be going to beautiful places and maybe you won't take photos. So if you have, it's not a must. If you have a camera, it's always necessary for you to bring one. And if it's your first time joining the cruise, if you don't have these things, I know sometimes it might be expensive for you, because the process of joining the cruise ship sometimes requires you to have some money. Despite that, cruise ships are visa sponsorship jobs that they pay for your ticket, they pay for your medical and so many other things. some of that money is always reimbursed after you join the cruise. So you might have used a lot of money and maybe you don't have that, so don't pressure yourself. You have your first contract, you'll understand how things work, and then when you're joining the second contract, you can always bring things that you never, or you are not able to bring the last time you joined the cruise. The other thing is universal adapter, because most of the adapters in the cabin are the American style plug. Okay, so if you can be able to bring a universal adapter, it will go well with you. Then the other thing is small power strip and extension cables, because you can either bring a charger cable that is long, or extension, because sometimes maybe where you're sitting and where you have to plug in your chargers, it's like there's a distance, so extension cables will go well, will help you a lot. The next thing that you need to bring is a lock. I know in the cruise they always provide locks for you to lock your cabin and all that, but if you're sharing a cabin with a friend that has sticky hands, it's always good to bring your a lock with you, because most of the time in a cruise ship you're always paid in cash, so you need somewhere where you can keep your money safe, and a lock will go well. A lock will go well with you. Okay, so guys, I think I've talked about most of the things, or the necessary things that you need to bring on a cruise. If I've left something, please guys, you can ask in the comment section, and I hope that this video will be helpful and it will help you while you pack your bag to join a cruise ship. For those guys who are still applying, don't lose hope, continue applying. Your time will come and you'll get that job that you've been wanting, that dream job that you've been wanting to work in a cruise ship. And then we are going to use this video. I cannot wait for you to rewatch the video while you pack your stuff, to make sure that you bring all the necessary things that you need. Not to forget, before I forget, always have minimal. Okay, don't bring too much stuff with you. Just bring the necessity, those things that are necessary with you, for you. Things like bedding. I remember we have a WhatsApp group and someone asked if I need to bring my beddings and my pillows. Okay, you can bring some if you want to, but on a cruise, they always provide you with the pillows and blankets and anything that you need. Another thing, make sure that you check, you bring, for example, you might be going to the US in summer, okay? So you have summer clothes, but maybe while still on board, there might be like winter might come through, or they might come while still on board. So it's always good to check the time that you'll be there and bring clothes that are going to keep you warm. Okay, that's another thing that you have to consider. So guys, I hope I've talked about everything that I needed to talk about in this video. If I find that I've left something, I'll do a part 2 of this video with the question that you might be having. So guys, if you have any question, or if there's something that I've left out, or if there's something that you want to know, leave a comment, and when I will be doing this part 2 of this video, I'll include all that information there. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribe to this channel, support me so that I can be able to be bringing you the information that you need, the information that will help you get that dream job that you want, get to where you want to go to. Because again, this life, everything is possible. You just need to be consistent, persistent, and just push towards what you want to have, and things will happen for you. So guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, and I can't wait to see you on our next one. So bye bye guys, and thank you for watching. See you in my next one.